Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name is Louie. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Today we're going to open up a full case of Foundations Collectors, an inner carton case, 6 boxes for my friend and yours, Mark T. Thank you so much for letting me open up a case. Mark went to the website, and if you go to the website, KitchenTableTCG.com, you can buy whatever you want, and you can also put in an order notes when you go to checkout. You can put in an order notes here, and you can type in, have Louie open it on channel, and I will open that box for you on channel. And that is a cool thing that we have added to the website. Lots of cool things to see there, KitchenTableTCG.com. Okay, let's get right into Mark's case, Foundations releases. This weekend is our big pre-release weekend. None of this product will get shipped until I think the 9th is whatever we're allowed to ship. But this big pre-release weekend for Foundations, which is Magic going back to its roots a little bit, back to Magic the Gathering, no universes beyond, nothing like that. But one of the big things I want to talk about while we crack open 6 collector boxes is the number of mythics in this set is actually pretty low. We were cracking open boxes last night on the stream. We'll do it like this. We'll open individual boxes. We were cracking open boxes last night on stream, and man, we hit a lot of duplication. When we looked into it, there's actually not that many different mythics. So this set's really going to kind of depend on how those mythics perform, if they are good, cards that see a ton of play or not. High Fade Trickster. I love the artwork in this set. And a Tiny Bones. I'm going to turn the brightness up on this camera just a tad. I think it's a little darker in my room than it was last night. Tiny Bones, absolutely crazy card. And a Mossborn Hydra. The artwork in this set, I think, is some of Magic's best artwork in a very, very long time. Dracuseth, Maul of Flames. So this set is standard legal, and they are going to be keeping this set as standard legal for 5 years. Here we have the Heir Apparent. While you're cracking your boxes, make sure you check out the Heir Apparent. These are like going for $5 each right now. We are in pre-order pricing. Actually, we'll sneak those out. We'll see how many we get in a case. I think if you want those, your best bet is probably play boosters, because I think you get a significant amount more of commons in a play booster than a collector box. Another Tiny Bones. Again, you can see, I thought this set was a lot bigger than it actually is. Our first mythic is the Niv Mizzet Visionary. That's our first mythic. Anthem of Champions. Consuming Aberration, which was one of the first Magic the Gathering cards I ever pulled, and another Archmage of Runes. All right, so the Heir Apparent is a very good pull in the common slot that could add a lot of value to the play boosters, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to add that much value to the collector boxes, but for the play boosters, I think it's going to add a lot of value. The Bloodthirsty Conqueror, another mythic, second mythic of the day. Mark. So we'll, at the end of this video, kind of see how we did on duplicates for mythics. I think that's going to be one of the stories of the set, that the number of mythics. This is a good card too. This Heraldic Banner. I can't pronounce things today. That's not good for somebody who's doing a Magic the Gathering box opening. I can't speak right today. I don't know what's going on. All right, Human. And a Llanowar Elves. Oh my gosh, the anime foil Llanowar Elves. Absolutely beautiful, Mark. What a cool card. That looks stunning. Congratulations. Okay, starting out with some heat. Drake Hatcher, a Sylvan Scavenging, and Elenda, the Saint of Dust. So here's what I think. The number of mythics that they put in here is low, but they have put these different variants. There's so many different variants. There's like a combined total of like 1,200, I think, different unique cards in the set. We got a mana foil. Oh, snap. The Electro duplicate in the mana foiling. Absolutely stunning card to follow that Llanowar Elves. Dude, I gotta say, I think these are about 1 per box. These look way better than their Phyrexia All Will Be One counterparts. Way better. Way better. In a Phyrexian Arena now. Kaikar, the Awakener. And an offer you can't refuse. That's a good card too. I'm not sure if that's held its value or not, but that used to be a pretty expensive card. The mana foiling, it got a lot better. The mana foiling is reminiscent of the Phyrexia All Will Be One foiling Gahalta here. But it's like extruded. It's up and it's a raised foil, which I think is a really big win. All right, Kato here. This is a pretty expensive card. Kato Cunning Infiltrator. It's one of the more expensive mythics in the set. And yeah, so a lot of people locally are very excited for limited of this. And I do think limited looks like it's going to be an absolute home run. Absolute blast. Another mana foil. Oh my gosh, a mythic. Oh baby, a Valkyrie's Call mythic mana foil. Look at that. So like, I don't know. I felt like the Phyrexia All Be One ones were too distracting. This one, I don't know. I like it. I don't know why I like these ones so much. All right, dude. 2 mana foils, another mythic here, and then a 9 lives familiar, which is a pretty good card. Muldrotha, another mythic. That was a 3 mythic pack. Absolute home run. Vengeful Blood Witch. Can we get a Heir Apparent in the back of this pack? We cannot. The mana foils, I thought were just like 1 per box, but apparently we're going to get 2 out of this box. We'll see if we can get a special guest as well. Spinner of Souls. Herald of Eternal Dawn. So our mythics have not gotten duplicated here, but last night when we were opening, there's a lot of duplication, even within boxes, tons of duplication. Doesn't look like that's the way it's going at the beginning of this video, but we will see. We will look up at the end, you know, opening up a full case, how much duplication do you get? Because 20 mythics, oof, that's not that many. Blasphemous Edict. The artwork in this set is phenomenal. Banner of Kinship. This is another really good card. A lot of people are going to be looking for. It feels like there's a lot of good commander cards. Tiny Bones. It's weird for a set that's doing nothing for commander in terms of like actual product, right? You have so many products in this set. You have beginner products, you have the collector box, the play box, and then all those, you know, the jumpstart, Banner of Kinship and foil, and a Phyrexian Arena. Absolutely love this artwork on Phyrexian Arena. Absolutely so cool. For a set that doesn't have a ton of like new to commander products, it does still feel like they had new commander players in mind when they were making the set and doing a lot of the things. It just seems like there's a lot of commander-esque anthem effects and cards. It's almost like they're trying to turn standard into something that commander players, new commander players can hop in. Bloodthirsty Conqueror. I like that artwork too. Another mythic. All right, you're doing pretty good, Mark. This has been a home run of a box. 2 mana foils and that Llanowar Elves in the anime card. That's a big win. 1 more pack for this box, and we got 5 more boxes. It's gonna be a long video today, everybody. Strap in. It's gonna be a long video. Sylvan Scavenging and a Quilled Great Worm. All right, and a Leyline Axe, Spinner of Souls, and then an island. So I don't think we got any duplication. I started out this video saying, man, watch the duplication, but I don't think we got any duplication in the mythics. We did. The Bloodthirsty Conqueror is the only duplication. All right, so we got 1. That's not very bad though. That's certainly not a big deal. Certainly not a big deal. Should we separate boxes? Maybe we'll separate mythics for boxes. Maybe we'll do that. Let's see if I can figure out space on this table. Let me know in the comment section how you're feeling about foundations. Obviously, you care enough about foundations that you watched this video. I'm curious why you are here and watching, you know, foundations box openings. What is it that you are excited about in this set? I love having feedback from viewers. It helps me really understand what kind of content you guys like and why you are watching things. So please let me know. Celestial Armor, Elenda, Coma, and an Ashru Animist. Spinner of Souls. I would love to get into more regular box openings. Like I said, that's why I put that little tag on the website for anybody who wants to, anything you want to find in there. I'll open the box, man. It's fun. It's good. I think it's fun content. Elendra, Saint of Dusk. Dude, the artwork in the set is phenomenal. Lunar Insight. Consuming Aberration. This was the first rare I ever pulled out of a pack. I think it was Gate Crash, right? It's the first rare I ever pulled out of a pack. There's a special place in my heart for that card, and a special place in my heart for Vampire Nighthawk. When I was in college, I was a resident assistant, so I was like in charge of the dorm, and my RD, my boss here, what do we got here? Exemplar of Light came to me and was like, hey, I accidentally ordered a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards. A Johnny, Caller of the Pride, our first mythic from this box. And he had ordered a bunch of like the starter decks. And he was like, can you do something with them? So we like got a huge group of people to play, and all the starter decks, like starter deck, probably 2000 and would have been starter deck 2011 or 12 maybe. And they all had Vampire Nighthawks in them. And at the time that was like a $5 card. Mossborn Hydra. So we took all the Vampire Nighthawks and we traded them in. Quilled Great Worm. Dude, that artwork is so good. I don't know, man. I just feel like they went above and beyond with the artwork of this set. I feel like they really pushed the artists, or maybe the AI. Who knows? Who knows anymore with Wizards? But it looks cool. That comment's gonna get me downvoted. Sorry, everybody. A Johnny, Caller of Pride. All right, this is going to be the Mythic pack. Ready? We got a Johnny, which is another duplicate for the box already, and a Twin Blade Tyrant. Absolutely, I think the coolest looking art in the set. Look at that thing. That dragon is insane. Lots of dragons in the set for sure. Really cool themes. If I was drafting, that would be something that I would keep an eye out for sure. All right, Force. An offer you can't refuse. Claws out. I'm just looking to see how many of these hair appearances we get, because I think that's going to be... I think the play booster is the best place for that. We only got one in box one. We're maybe going to get one in this one. Nib Mizzet. So there's duplication already of the same card. We got this exact one in box one, right? Yeah. Non-foil, though. We got the exact same treatment, though. Muldrotha. Literally the same card. We already got that exact card right in box one. This is going to be, I think, a thing here. The number of mythics is not very large. The number of mythics. And you're seeing this on... one of the things we're seeing on TCG Player, not that many sellers are cracking packs. There's not that many... I'm not doing a mass box opening. I usually kind of open some of the product. There's not that many sellers doing much on TCG Player, which is super interesting to me. Because this was supposed to be a set that, got a lot of people into it. So it'll be interesting to see. I've had no problem selling all the special... got a mana foil. Rise of the Dark Realms. Oh my gosh, another mythic mana foil. I don't know. I think those look sick. Rise of the Dark Realms. Really cool card too. I wish you could see the artwork a little bit better. But the mana foiling, I think, is pretty cool. It's way better than the Phyrexian Obi-Wan because it has a texture to it. It has a texture, which is kind of nice. Lathril, Blade of Elves. There's a full art of that looks really cool. And that's what I think they're trying to do. They're trying to get you to... They're trying to give variants in this set. They're really leaning in on the variants. The different variants, not variants. Oh, baby. What is this? Muldrotha? Is that what this is? And a Liliana. I think this is Muldrotha. Don't, comment section, roast me if I am wrong. I'm pretty sure that's Muldrotha, right? Yeah, it's a 3 cost. Oh, look at me knowing my magic. That's a Muldrotha in the Japanese showcase. There we go. And then a Liliana, the Dreadhorde General, which is a good card. Oh, and this is one of my favorite new cards of the set. Sire of 7 Deaths. First Strike, Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Lifelink, and Ward pay 7 life. And the board of this one, all these are centered. It looks so cool. All right, the Sire of 7 Deaths. That's something a card to keep your eye out on. If you pull that, there's going to be a lot of people. Oh, Heir Apparent. There's going to be a lot of people who want that for their Eldrazi decks that they picked up in Modern Horizons 3. And that's going to be one of those cards that the singles are going to do really, really well on. Oh, and our first special guest, a Fiend Artisan. All right, I'm pretty sure there's a lot better special guests that you can get, but that artwork is sick. 9 Lives Familiar and a Genesis Wave. Celestial Armor. So you're starting to get an idea for this set. And like I said, I think a lot of the value is going to end up being in the variants. You're going to have cards like that Muldrotha. You're going to have people who who have a Muldrotha commander deck and they want to pick up the fancy new Muldrotha. There's going to be a lot of that kind of thing, which is working pretty well for Magic. I'm actually surprised that that's working as well for Magic as it has been. But they are really starting to get into the variants and really pumping that. And this set is no shortage of that. Last pack, box 2, Mark. Here we go. Spinner of Souls, another Tiny Bones, another Kiora, and an Anthem of Champions, and a Crystal Barricade. Okay. All right. Any more? No more Heir Apparent. So you got 1 per box so far. And in this one, we did have some duplication. We got duplicate Muldrotha and duplicate Ajani. So this is kind of what I was trying to get you guys to see. Even in its own box, you're going to get quite a few duplicate mythics. Not variant, but duplicate named mythics. Because there's only, again, 20 mythics. So, who knows how that shakes out for the set. I think it's probably not a positive, though, in my opinion. Unless those mythics are super powerful, right? Like, if those mythics are super powerful, it could be fine. If they see play in all the formats, it could be fine. But, Curator of Destinies. That artwork, man. I just think all the borderless cards just look phenomenal in this set. Usually I feel, oh, this is the Lathril I really like. This card, that Precon commander deck was so strong. For weeks in our shop, it just wrecked. Heir Apparent off the bat. For weeks in our shop, that thing just wrecked Commander Knights. Like, out of the box. Just straight up out of the box. That was like one of the strongest commander decks I think I've ever seen. Electro Duplicate. Leyline Axe. Another Gahalta. And an Elvish Archdruid. Dude, Standard's gonna kind of be lit. All these cards that, like, I remember from 5 to 10 years ago. It's kind of fun. It does kind of get you a little bit excited for Standard if you are an old Magic player. Another Muldrotha. Japanese Showcase duplicate box to box. Curator of Destinies. Another Rise of the Dark Realms and a Leyline X. From a content perspective, you're going to start seeing one of the things is people aren't going to watch as many of these box openings because of that. There's not that huge monster, like, what is he going to pull? Temporal Manipulation as a special guest. Take an extra turn. There's not that huge kind of what are you going to pull because you're going to see so much of the same thing pulled. But again, it can be okay if the cards, are seeing good play. It's not necessarily 100% a negative. Especially if you're opening... Oh, what do we get? Banner of Kinship. Really, really beautiful. This is a good card. This is one of those commander cards. Choose a creature type. The artifact enters with a fellowship counter. Each of those creature control get 1/1 for each fellowship counter on this artifact. This is a commander card through and through. Gonna see a lot of interest from commander players of that card. And that's what I'm saying. You have 5 different variants of that card, and it's going to see a ton of play. So the market's going to do okay on a card like that. It's going to be completely fine. Abyssal Harvester, Blasphemous Edict, and an Island. All right. I really want to build a Heir Apparent deck. I think that seems super fun. Deck can have any number of them, and when it enters, you create a number of 1/1 white rabbits equal to the number of Heir Apparents you have. So you just have so many. The Abyssal Harvester. You just have so many tokens. Crazy amount. Crazy amount of tokens. Deck that's running, 30, 40 of those is going to be absolutely insane. Every single set that has a card like that does pretty well. Another Tiny Bones, Exemplar, and a Valkyrie's Call. Mythic. And then the Harvester. Offer you can't refuse. I can't remember if that's still expensive or not. For a while, that was a couple dollars. I feel like they printed it in something recently. Again. It was originally... I don't remember what that was. Sphinx of the Forgotten Lore. What does this one do? Whenever it's flash and then it target insert sorcery card in graveyard gains flashback. So you get to do some cool things. Alicia, High-Fae, and a Sprawling Crawler. The other thing is there's not really a land cycle in this set, which was kind of interesting in my opinion. It would have been kind of interesting to get a really good land cycle into standard for a long time. The Zimone Paradox Sculptor, followed by the Quilled Great Worm, and Kellen and another Quilled Great Worm. See, this was what we were talking about last night. There was literally a pack where we got 3 of the same mythic on stream last night. 3 of the same mythic, and that felt weird. That just felt... That's what actually led us to look into like how many mythics, what were the odds of that. Ashroot Animist, Hydra, the Trickster, Solum Simacrum, and Azul. Anywho, all right, 3 boxes down. What do we get in the close here of this box? Right of the Dragon Collar, a Goblin, and another Liliana. Beautiful Liliana. All right, that gives us... Oh, wait, I threw this in the... That's a mythic. Right of Dragon Collar. That's a pretty good card. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, create a 5/5 dragon. That's a pretty good one. Okay, so in this one, in this box number 3... 1 Heir Apparent, and then duplication on the Quilled Great Worm and Rise of the Dark Realms? No. Nope, just the duplication on the Quilled Great Worm. That doesn't seem super bad. We did get that Muldrotha, which was the exact same Muldrotha that we had already gotten, but that's okay. That's all right. I'm not going to harp on the duplication too much anymore, but I still think that's a very big part of this set. Halfway through the video, everybody, how are we feeling about Foundations? What are you going to for pre-release? We're doing a midnight pre-release this weekend on Thursday, which is going to be super fun. The Goblin. Oh, a Twin Flame Tyrant. Dude, I love that artwork. Electro Dominance, Scavenging Ooze, Itali, and an Island. We're doing midnight pre-release on Thursday night. We haven't done one of those. And I don't know. I was like, hey, we're going back to like classic Magic the Gathering. What's more? Oh my gosh, another Llanowar Elves. Let's go. This one in the Japanese. I think the first one was English. Japanese Llanowar Elves. Let's go. That's huge. That's a big card. And a Progenitus. We haven't seen that mythic yet. So we're going back to midnight releases, which is going to be super fun. We have not done that at the shop. And I just figured going back to the foundations of Magic thing, what is more foundational than a midnight pre-release? Sphinx of Forgotten Lore. They bring back so many memories for me of fun and playing the new sets. And so we got a group of guys who are really excited about it. It's going to be fun. It'll be interesting. And then we're doing a Friday night and we're doing a Saturday night as well. There's a lot of interest in the... Oh my gosh, now a doubling season? What is happening? Mark, your packs have been insane, my friend. Absolutely insane. Sphinx of the Forgotten Lore and a Time Stop. That doubling season, absolutely huge card. Beautiful card. One of the most beautiful doubling seasons I think there is. If you like cats. If you don't like cats, it's probably not for you. I am actually not a fan of cats, but I can say that it's cute. At least it's cute. Not a cat guy. Phyrexian Arena, my favorite art in the set, I think. The Barricade, Swiftfoot Vindicator, and a Krenko. Swiftfoot Boots at uncommon in this set is going to be interesting. That's been a $5 card in the past. We'll see if that holds up to the Foundations print. Keeping in print forever. Manifoil is the Mossborn Hydra. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful. So you're getting a Manifoil in every box. The Omniscience. That's a good card. You're getting a Manifoil in every box. You're getting a Heir Apparent in every box. And it seems like you're getting either a special guest or a... What's it called in every box? A special guest or a... one of these Japanese showcase in every box. What we have not gotten, Sphinx of the Forgotten Lore, another duplicate in the box. Spinner of Souls back to back. What we have not gotten yet is a Fractured Foil. No Fractured Foils so far. That's what this video is missing. I think that's about all the video is missing, is a Fractured Foil, which are incredibly hard to pull. Those are like the the pull rate of what's it called these days? A serialized card. Twin Flame Tyrant, the boring art. So we'll see if we pull one of those in this mini case. I've found that fractured foils are pretty hard to pull in terms of like, even when you're mass box opening. Oh, another mana foil, the Curator of Destinies. Lots of mana foils. I actually thought those were going to be a little harder to pull. Gahalta. I thought those were going to be a little bit more difficult. 3 packs left of box 4. The market's doing pretty good on this too. Booster boxes sitting just above $250 on TCG Player. Zimone. Again, you can pick up boxes at KitchenTableTCG.com. And if you want me to open them, you can leave a little note in there, and I will. But yeah, it's interesting. The set's done really well for us. Like I think part of it is that a lot of stores went light. I didn't go heavy, but I just kind of looked at it like a regular standard set. Preposterous Proportions, another Preposterous Proportions, and a Rune Scarred Demon. I just looked at this kind of like a regular standard set. The big thing is there's nothing else coming out. Like there's no set coming out until Innistrad, and so I was like, well, I can't sit this out. We have to have something exciting for the store, and so we didn't sit it out. I think a lot of stores sat it out though, because you just had Duskmourn, you just had Bloomborough. There's a lot of money spent. We did not get a Heir Apparent there, but we did get a Swiftfoot Boots. Doubling, we got 3 Sphinx of the Forgotten Lores in that box, which is interesting, and 2 Twin Flame Tyrants. But we got that doubling season, which was the big hit, and the Llanowar Elves. All right, let's see if we can get a fractured foil. That's what I want to see here. I want to see a fractured foil. We're also going to try to get back to more regular streaming in terms of like live openings. So we tried it out last night. It went okay. We didn't have that many people there. So if you are interested in that, make sure you're in the Discord server. You can join my Discord server at KitchenTableTCG.com. First pack mana foil, Genesis Wave. Beautiful. You can join the Discord server. It is free to hang out in the Discord server. But people who do support do get discounts on various things. So you can find all that info in the Discord server. But yeah, it's kind of fun to hang out and crack packs live with people. And last night we were doing that. And that's kind of where this stuff came up with. Oh, the Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Dude, the anime showcase Bloodthirsty Conqueror. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Oh, is that a female there? I have no clue. Is that a head right above the sea? It's just so bright. Yeah, there's a girl's head, and she's in this giant, I don't know, suit, and she's a Bloodthirsty Conqueror. That's crazy. Atali. Anime art, I get it. Like, it does really well. Does not do anything for me. Not an anime art fan. But I understand. Oh, Heir Apparent. I understand that I am in the minority there, and that a lot of you love the anime art. That's why, dude, Jumpstart for this set has been flying. I bet you I've sold more Jumpstart boxes than I have play boxes. Liliana. And that's because the anime art's in it. There's an anime art in every pack of the Jumpstart. And there's like exclusive cards to the Jumpstart. Now, I'm sure there's cards you can't get. Or there's exclusive cards to the regular packs that you can't get in the Jumpstart. So like that's kind of a, people are kind of harping on that, but it's not really, doesn't really matter. But man, the anime art really sells this stuff. There's a Swiftfoot Boots. So Bloodthirsty, Omniscience, and a Liliana so far in this box. I can't tell what box has been the best. Banner of Kinship. I'm guessing probably the box that had the doubling season and Llanowar Elves. That'll probably be the best box, unless we get a fracture foil. That's gonna be a hard box to beat, unless the Llanowar Elves is just dirt cheap and I'm just old. But like, I feel like that Llanowar Elves in the anime is gonna be a pretty sought after card. Another Fiend Artisan. So 2 special guests pulled, maybe 3. And 2 are the same. Banner of Kinship. Again, I think a really good card. Rise of the Dragon Caller. A Painful Quandary. Yeah, it just seems like with the variance and the amount of different mythics that they couldn't put as much. Oh, snap! The fracture foil Muldrotha. Holy moly. It's a Muldrotha day. Mark, I hope you're a fan of Muldrotha, because we just hit the fractured foil and we've hit all the other variants of Muldrotha. Absolutely crazy. Let me get it back out. I just need to get these cards opened. Holy moly. I told you all we were going to pull fracture foil. That thing's insane. I love the way those look. Absolutely crazy. See, if you're a commander player and you have a Muldrotha deck, you want this card. You definitely want this card. That's sick. Congratulations, Mark, on a fracture foil pull. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Vivian, an Electro duplicate. All right, so this is going to be the box, right? This is going to be the best box. I think it has to be. Oh, I always put the Twin Flame Tyrant. Such a cool card. And that little slot right there always confuses me. That you can get mythics there. I think this is going to be the box. The Bloodthirsty and the Muldrotha. I think this is going to be the one. Vivian Reed. I don't think we've seen that one. Preposterous Proportions. Say that 10 times fast. Preposterous Proportions. Preposterous Proportions. One more box left, Mark. I think this is going to be your home run box with that fracture foil. It's going to be hard to beat a fracture foil. Sphinx of the Forgotten Lore. Blasphemous Edict. Brass's Bounty. Giada. Banishing Light. No hair. Oh, yeah, we did get a hair apparent. Yeah, if you want hair apparents, go for the play boosters, man. You're going to get so many more of that than collector boxes. And I don't think you can draft that. Maybe in a draft you could pull it off. But it doesn't seem like, I don't know, I guess we haven't really opened a lot of play boosters. It seems like that would be hard to pull off in limited. That could be a fun standard deck, maybe? I don't know. I don't know anything about standard right now. The Mossborn Hydra. I keep going over that amazing artwork, and it's super cool. Electro Duplicate and a Niv Mizzet. All right, what a box. What a home run of a box. Some duplication, obviously. The Muldrotha, huge. I guess no duplication in the box. Yeah, interesting. But what again, we've seen a lot of the same cards in this case for sure. Last box for Mark. Last one, that Muldrotha hitting home. Let's see if we can get 2 fracture foils. Or is it going to be 1 fracture foil per like mini case? That's my guess. So it's about 1 fracture foil per 6 boxes, which is just under 100 packs, right? Which kind of makes sense. Homunculus Horde. The Quilled Great Worm. The artwork's so good. And a Herald of Eternal Dawn. Phyrexian Arena. Singles on this set are going to be bonkers. It's going to be bonkers. It's going to be a really... There's just not that many sellers. Not that many people said, you know what I want to do is open up a bunch of this. Rise of the Dragoncaller and a Sphinx of the Forgotten Lore. Just not that many sellers decided to do it. And maybe that's going to work out really well for the few sellers who did decide to do it. Because the supply of singles just doesn't seem to be there on TCG Player. Sylvan Scourging, Alendra. And then if you add into that, like, I don't think the hype for this set has been what a typical, you know, like what Duskmourn or Bloomburrow was. And so if you have less consumers opening it, I don't know. I would love to know the print run and how many boxes were sold at distro compared to like a regular set, standard set. Swiftfoot Boots. Be super interesting to know how they printed this compared to what they knew was going to be exciting, right? Like Manifoil Tiny Bones. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good one. And a Kato and a Kiora. The Manifoil, another Tiny Bones. Manifoil Tiny Bones is going to be pretty cool too. Because I think that's probably the rarest form of Tiny Bones. I don't think you can get that in a fracture foil. Rat Token and a Loot Exuberant Explorer. Valkyrie's Call, Coma. We're coming down to the end here, everybody. Again, would love to hear your opinions in the comment section. Is Foundations just a scam from Wizards of the Coast to reprint and reprint and reprint and reprint? Or is this set actually have it? Is there actually some Commander, some good stuff in here that people actually want? Let me know in the comment section what you are excited about, what you are not excited about. Heir Apparent. Are you going to make a Heir Apparent deck? Is that something that interests you? Are you going to go for the flashy variants of these cards? Or is this like just not quite enough to get you excited, and you're going to keep rolling with the other sets that have come out this year, and you're going to play the cheapest version of a card, and you're going to play Duskmourn and Bloomburrow Sealed? I actually think limited of this is going to... I think... Oh, a Progenitus now. There we go. Showcase Progenitus. I think this set's going to do pretty well. My last take here is that not enough people ordered it. They reduced the print run, and this is going to do pretty well because people are going to enjoy the limited experience. Oh, Paradise Druid. There's a special guest we have not seen. I think that's going to be the way this goes. It's not going to be set of the year. It's not going to be, amazing. It's not going to be like, we're not going to be talking about this like Lord of the Rings or anything like that. But I think it's going to do better than your, it's going to be a medium successful set for your LGS and for the people who it matters for. And I think for Standard, it is going to get some people interested in playing Standard again, which I think is the biggest win of all. So those are my opinions. Now I encourage you, leave your opinion in the comment section, and congratulate Mark, because I think that Mark had a pretty good case opening here. As we close it out, the last box was a little bit light on Mythics, actually, unless I missed some. As we close it out, again, I think you can see it. I don't think I have to like actually show it to you. You get about one Heir Apparent, but there's not that many Mythics. Go look on TCG Player. There's just not that many different Mythics. You'll start seeing duplication pretty quickly if you're opening in any amount of product. You can see it already happening in front of you. Progenitus. You can already see it. There's not that many different Mythic pulls that you can get. And I know I'm filling up the table, and I just don't have that much room. But there's only 20 Mythics. And so I think that's going to be one of the things on this set that really is interesting in the long-term value of the set. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. You can start seeing what I'm doing here in terms of you're already getting just duplicates on what's on the table. So have yourselves a great day. Remember to be kind to the people around you. Mark, thank you so much for letting me open up the product for you. If anybody else wants some, go to KitchenTableTCG.com. If you want me to open it for you, leave a little comment there. I hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Be kind to the people around you. We'll see you again next video.